Hi, my name is Eric Com. I'm an industry marketing manager with Keysight Technology, and I'd like to speak with you at this moment about how we use virtual reality to help people address their human-centric product and process validation issues, how they are able to validate the interactions that they intend for proposed new products and the processes that are necessary to manufacture, service, or operate those products out in the real world. So what we're looking at today is part of an aircraft. This is an auxiliary power unit that we would like to take a look at. And maybe we're considering the assembly process, and we want to validate, is this an appropriate assembly process for humans to perform in a repeatable, sustainable, safe, and reliable manner? So what I want to do is I have laid out here a proposal for a manufacturing operation. I am standing here on the virtual ground of a virtual assembly plant, and we have here a full-scale APU on a kind of installation subassembly workbench that we might be working from. So one of the first things I might want to do is maybe I need to install this piece of ducting onto the top of the APU. That's a two-handed job, and as I walk forward and I grab this, what I want to be thinking about is this a reasonable way to do this job? Is this something that is easily reachable by somebody of my height, of my stature, and can they complete this operation successfully? Okay, once we have completed the installation of that duct, maybe one of the next things we want to do is to attach some of these little inlets that are used for the various types of sensors that also control the functionality and the operation of this APU. So this thing right here, these inlets have to be installed over here, right at the air intake of the APU. And I have to crouch down pretty low in order to get this. I have to be able to see up in there to be able to try to line these holes up. And once I get it close enough, you'll see that little gray box that was highlighted there turned green. That let me know that the virtual object was close enough to the net position or the final position for assembly that it just snapped into place. This is not a VR dexterity test. We're not here to test whether or not people can play VR video games. We're here to validate, is that assemblable and reachable from a human's point of view? And that seemed not terribly unreasonable, though a little bit ergonomically less than ideal, since I do have to crouch down low in order to get this cable to line up on the bottom side of that intake. And I have to do that here as well. But working low, I'm able to line those cables up. And you can see that those cables are being simulated in real time as far as their flexibility and stiffness. You can see this other cable on the other side of the product. This is a heavier gauge cable, a little bit stiffer. So let's go ahead and grab what that plugs into. And I just have to do some little flight kind of navigation here because my home office is a bit smaller than this planned working space. Once I get this snapped into position, you can see that again, it's snapped into position. And now I can grab onto that cable and attach it where it's supposed to go. Again, trying to validate for myself, can I reach all of the areas that I want to reach? Can I safely conduct this job without putting myself at excessive discomfort or risk? And hopefully that answers all of your questions that you might have had regarding how we use virtual reality to validate the assembly operations or service operations of new products from that human-centric, human operator point of view. Thank you very much.